How's it going? Back for another week of the Professor DW podcast. Tony Divula here along with Matthew King, Dominic Murphy in the back as we get set for episode 14, which means that it is week 14 of the NFL season. What happened this week on the Professor DW contest? Lots happened. Thanksgiving. Hope you ate a lot.
Yeah, let us be the last to wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Take that, Chris Berman.
Boom. Take that. That caught me off. All right. So this week there were down to 3 contestants that had a chance to take home or get into the exclusive postseason tournament. Wes Swick, Shannon Brazel, and one Kim King.
Kim.
All of them ended up having a pretty good time. They finished with 12 points. Each of them did. And did come down to the tiebreaker, but after the tiebreaker got thrown out the window because
everyone guessed over.
Everybody was over on it. So it led to Kim and Wes getting into the exclusive postseason tournament.
Did you see the total yardage, though?
I did not.
Another palindrome, ladies and gentlemen. 1,771. Back-to-back palindrome. We're on a palindrome streak.
Boom. So with that, it goes, had to throw out the Price is Right rules because top 3 were over, and it's not going to go to an 11-win winner because why would it? 12 wins get you in there. So 1771 was the total. Closest guest was Kim with 1911, followed by Wes at 1943, and Shannon had 2849, and a little bit over the top, which don't really fault for that one. It's either because there were no bye weeks. Every team was playing, and who knows? It's a short week for a lot of teams. So could have been craziness, but did not end up happening. So with that, Kim and Wes has already been in. Kim gets the first time in, gets the champion, gets the money as well. But now that leaves 10 spots remaining. 21 spots have been filled. 10 are left up for grabs because we've had multiple people get first or second on this. You could add your name to that too. What is on the line? The exclusive postseason tournament. That is 2 tickets.
If you win the postseason tournament, you get the 2 tickets.
Yeah.
You don't get the tickets just for making it. You gotta put that out.
You gotta win it. The champion that wins everything gets the 2 tickets to Sounders, Storm, Rainiers, Seahawks, Mariners, Kraken, and to Emerald Downs as well. So I know one of them. I'll get it right eventually, maybe. Who knows? All right. So with that, Professor DW, this is his contest, did not have a terrible showing. Got into double digits. So good job, Fesser.
Still just DW. I'm still not giving him his title back. So he at least needs to put together a couple of good weeks in a row. It was a respectable week. Did not do too good on Thanksgiving Black Friday games, but you know what? Not many people did. There were some upsets, I guess you could say.
Yeah, well, Black Friday especially. Not a whole lot of people had that one going that way, and wow, what a way to not be good. The 2 upsets that came in, Carolina beating the Rams. Who saw that one coming? Again, is Carolina good? I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Consistent. We'll talk about this.
And then the other one was Chicago beating Philly, which Philly is not being great right now, but Chicago is actually all right, I guess.
We will definitely talk about Chicago here in a bit. My apologies. We won't talk about Carolina. Too inconsistent for me to trust.
All right. So with that being said, let's get to week 14. First game, Thursday night, and it is a battle of 2 teams that played last Thursday as well. Dallas at Detroit. The Professor is taking Dallas. You see that? I'm taking Dallas as well. Detroit's all right, but Dallas is rolling right now, so we're back. Cowboys.
They could have went out and still missed the playoffs.
I know.
Just so we're clear. I'm also going to pick Dallas. This is kind of a hopeful pick because I want the Cowboys to just bury Detroit. They are so inconsistent on the offensive line, and Detroit got absolutely zero pressure on Jordan Love last week, which is concerning with how banged up the Packers' offensive line is. Dallas, they look good against Kansas City. I can't even put too much of that on Kansas City. Defense still gave up quite a few points, but the offense is still going to be the Cowboys' offense. I think Dallas gets the win this week. Congratulations ahead of time, Tony, because I'm never wrong.
Yeah. Woo! All right, up next, Seattle is at Atlanta. Professor's taking Seattle. I'm taking Seattle. Atlanta is a trash fire, especially without Penix being in there. Wow, they are awful. Next.
That was we told Tony we need to cut down on how long we talk about some of these bad games. So you could tell he wanted to go off on Atlanta a little bit more, which I'll say Atlanta isn't as much of a dumpster fire as some of those teams like to hit on. They are pretty banged up, but yeah, Seattle, easily.
Yuck. All right, up next, Cincy at Buffalo. The Professor is taking Buffalo. I think this is where I disagree. I think Cincy with Burrow back is pretty good. We saw what they did with Flacco. Now they have their guy back. So I think Cincy wins that one. Buffalo hasn't scared me at all throughout this year. They've been kind of beatable. They won some close games, but they've also lost some games. I think Cincy is starting to get it together.
Yeah, I think since he left a little to be desired, their red zone offense was really bad last week against Baltimore, but they got so many opportunities with the turnovers. If Buffalo doesn't turn the ball over, I think this game could get ugly because I still don't like that Cincinnati defense at all. I'm going to side with the Professor in this one. I'm going to go ahead and take Buffalo. Again, it just comes down to that defense of the Bengals. Can they really string that many good weeks in a row together? I don't think so. And I think this kind of is the knockout blow to the Bengals' playoff hopes.
All right, you wanted me to go through these teams faster. The next two games are both just the worst of the worst. Tennessee at Cleveland, Washington at Minnesota. The Professor's taking Cleveland and Washington. I don't care. Nobody's going to watch that trash. Trash factory. Out of that, I think Cleveland will beat Tennessee, and I think Washington will beat Minnesota. So I'll agree with the Professor, but Minnesota, you have no quarterback. I could be better quarterback than what you've got in there. And I haven't played football ever in my life. What a trash team that is. Wow, awful. Moving on.
You were doing so good.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I'm going to just pick Tennessee over Cleveland because I keep picking Tennessee. Eventually, they're going to win another game, maybe. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and side with you. Washington over Minnesota. Marcus Mariota is better than every quarterback on the Vikings roster.
Rough. Anyways, next game, another bad one. Miami and the Jets. Professor's taking the Jets. I think I'll take Miami just as why not? I guess Jets aren't going to win 2 in a row. I don't think they're bad. They're wanting to get the best draft pick they can. So why not lose them out now?
They won 2 in a row on their other 2 wins. I think they're going to win 2 in a row.
Ugh.
Give me the Jets. By the way, betting nugget. I won't talk anymore about this game. The Jets have covered the spread 5 games in a row. Take the Jets plus the points.
All right. Up next, another one good team, one bad team. New Orleans at Tampa. Tampa's hurt, but New Orleans is rough. Tampa, Professor's taking Tampa. I'm taking Tampa. He's taking Tampa. Everybody's taking Tampa because New Orleans, garbage.
You just move on. You made my pick for him.
All right. Up next, Indy and Jacksonville. I have talked a lot of trash about Jacksonville, and I'll continue to. Not good. I don't believe it. I think they're bad. Indy, they're struggling here recently, but I'm picking Indy. The Professor's taking Jacksonville, but I think Indy wins because I think Jacksonville is not that good.
Why do you think Dallas is good and Jacksonville's not?
Because Dallas is amazing. They're America's team.
They lost to the Cardinals.
America's team.
Take Jacksonville. Indy's in a free fall. They are struggling, and they always lose to the Jaguars. Give me Jacksonville. This is a team that could they pull off an upset in the playoffs? Yeah. Could they also get boat raced in the playoffs? Yeah. I don't know what Jacksonville really is, but
they're terrible.
Indy is just on a free fall right now. So I'll take the Jags.
Word you're looking for is terrible. All right. Up next, Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Professor's taking Baltimore. I think Pittsburgh, I guess. I don't know. I don't really like either one of them. Baltimore was starting to make the climb, but they've not played their best game the last 2 weeks. Pittsburgh, If Aaron Rodgers is healthy, they're decent. That defense is kind of underachieved, but I think I'm going Pittsburgh on this one.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore for the sole reason they're at home. That's the difference maker in this game for me. And there's no way Lamar can be that bad again. Question mark. Give me Baltimore. I don't think the Steelers are that great even when Rodgers is healthy. It's time for him to hang it up. They did just get Adam Thielen. That's
They did.
pretty nice. Cool. Game changer. Baltimore. Give me Baltimore.
Next game, Denver, Vegas, Denver all around, Vegas. See what I said about Tennessee and Minnesota. Trash.
What you said about Tennessee and Minnesota times 10 for Vegas. Worst team in football.
So bad. Moving on. All right, Chicago at Green Bay. Professor's taking Green Bay. This jackwagon's taking Green Bay. I think I'm taking Chicago. Caleb Williams is going to get it done. Get it done.
Yeah, the Packers are going to win this game. I've heard a lot about the Bears' offensive line. Meet Micah Parsons. Again, why is there Chicago? They beat Philly with, I don't know what Philly's doing right now. What else has Chicago really done? Are we forgetting what happened when they played Detroit earlier in the season? They lost by like 50. They also lost to J.J. McCarthy. I'm going to take the Packers. Josh Jacobs is going to have a big game. Jaden Reed might be back. That'd be cool. But yeah, the Packers, it's the Packers division still. Kings of the North.
Maybe. All right. Up next, the Rams at Arizona. Professor's taking the Rams. I think the Rams bounce back, get a big win here. I think they are pissed off. And unfortunately, Arizona is going to be the team that gets beat up on that one.
Arizona was 2-0 to start the year. They've won, I think it's now one of their last 9 or 10 games. I can't remember who they beat in that one, but it's not important. Good teams don't lose to Arizona, is what I'll say. So
great teams lose to Arizona.
Rams, great team.
All right, up next, Houston at Kansas City. The Professor is taking Kansas City. This one, I'm not sure. I think Kansas City is good, but Houston with CJ Stroud is also good. I think Kansas City just because it's in Kansas City, but I think this is going to be that's going to be a good game, but I'll go with the Professor and go with Kansas City.
This could be a playoff game. I mean, the loser of this one could just be done. I think Houston can absorb a loss better than Kansas City can just because they still play Jacksonville and they still play Indianapolis. I'm going to take the Chiefs since they're at home. They're coming off a loss. This is going to be a really good game. I don't think it'll be a fun game like last Sunday night. It'll be a good game, though, but I'll take the Chiefs, I guess. But, wow, this is going to be an interesting one.
All right, so last game of the week is Philly at the Chargers. Professor's taking Philly. I'm taking Philly too, especially if Herbert can't go. They keep on saying that he's going to try to play. He had surgery. I just don't see it happening for the Chargers. I think Philly wins this one, especially if Herbert is out. That's just going to make it a worse loss because they really don't have a backup. So I'm going Philly. Professor's going Philly.
They have a backup. You know who their backup is. It's Trey Lance. Trey Lance, starting quarterback for the Chargers. Woo! I don't care who's starting behind that Chargers banged up offensive line. I think Philly's defense is still very, very good. I think they're going to come in very pissed off because they were a little bit embarrassed against Chicago, who just kind of bullied them on Black Friday. Give me the Eagles. This is a chance. I don't think the Eagles offense looks good at all. Again, I just think their defense is too good for the Chargers, who, again, let the Raiders hang around for half of football. So give me Philly.
Yeah, kind of rough there. There are 4 teams on a bye week this week after having none on Thanksgiving weekend. New England, the Giants, San Francisco, and Carolina are all off this week. So there are all of the picks for this week. And the deadline is back to the original deadline. Thursday at 4 is when the cutoff is. So make sure you get your bracket, your form filled out. I guess it's not really a bracket. Get your picks in. There you go. How about that?
Not a bracket at all.
He says smart things every once in a while.
All the time. Fantasy football.
Don't trust this guy. He's dumb.
Fantasy football genius.
So make sure you get your picks in before Thursday at 4 o'clock or right at 4 o'clock. That's when the cutoff is to get signed up. And again, Professor's not winning anything. So you'll get $27 more than likely. And if you get the win, you'll get into the exclusive postseason tournament as well. Any more thoughts?
Cowboys suck.
Cowboys are great. Go Cowboys. Somehow win out and get into the playoffs is all I'm hoping. Playoff win would be
Give me
nice.
Cowboys, Packers in
It's
the playoffs.
been a while since there's been a playoff win, so how about playoff win? Georgie Pickens. Good job for him. All right, I guess that will do it for us for this week. We'll have next week up as well. It's already, the form is already up, so you can go ahead and fill that out, get signed up, and we will be back next week with more of the Professor DW podcast. Hope you join us.